अच्छा देखते हैं कि न्यूक्लियस, what is nucleus? What is there inside the nucleus? Nucleus as an organelle, as a cell organelle, nucleus में क्या क्या रहता है? अच्छा सबसे पहले ये जानते हैं कि सपोज दिस इज अ सेल और सेल के अंदर में क्या है? What do we have inside the cell? ये रहा cell is surrounded by cell membrane or plasma membrane. Every cell, whether it is a plant cell or an animal cell, is surrounded by cell membrane or plasma membrane. If you remove the cell membrane or plasma membrane from a cell, what remains? A liquid and something prominent in the middle of the cell called nucleus. And that is called cell. Without a cell membrane is known as protoplasm. I hope you remember that. Then inside the cytoplasm in the liquid there's a big organelle called nucleus. That is what we are going to study today. Nucleus. What is there inside the nucleus? Okay, the most important thing जो हमें लगता है कि न्यूक्लियस के अंदर क्या होना चाहिए ना क्या there are some thread-like structures called chromatins. Thread-like structure, chromatin. Here are chromatin, green color one. They are chromatins, and that the nucleus is surrounded by by membrane or nuclear membrane. But nuclear membrane is not a one layer, but it's a two-layer membrane. It's a two-layer membrane, and its breadth is around 10 to 50 nanometers. So there's a perinuclear space around the nucleus. There's a perinuclear space around the nucleus, and its breadth is 10 to 50 nanometer. Now, the thread-like structure are called chromatins. Those are also known as chromosomes. And they thicken, जब वो मोटा हो जाता है, then it is called chromosome. So chromatin or chromosomes, they are the same thing. तुम chromatins कहो या फिर chromosome कहो, they are same thing. So chromatins, the chromatins which contains the DNA, the genetic material that we have, और उसके साथ एक और चीज रहता है nucleolus. एक हो सकता है there may be one or more than one nucleolus inside the nucleus. So these are the things inside the nucleus. Okay, there's one more thing. The outer membrane, the outer nuclear membrane, it also contains ribosomes. It is connected to the endoplasmic reticulum. उससे भी connected रहता है और उस endoplasmic reticulum or even on the outer surface, the outer membrane ribosomes रहता है, right? Now, what are these chromatins? Chromatins मैंने कहा कि वो chromosome से होते हैं. When they thicken, जब वो मोटा हो जाता है, then we call it chromosomes. So chromatins are what? They are nucleoprotein fibers. They are fibers made of protein. And what kind of protein? That is found inside the nucleus. So it is a nucleoprotein fiber. So chromatins are nothing but nucleoprotein fibers. Fine. One more thing. The nuclear membrane. ऐसा like इसमें कोई ये नहीं है. There's एकदम completely bound. There are no pores. But ऐसा नहीं है. There are some constrictions are there. And because of those constriction of that double membrane, there may be pores in the nucleus. It's like completely sealed nahi hai. There are pores in it. And through those pores, there's a movement inside and outside. Movement hoti rehti hai. Movement of RNA and protein molecules. They keep on going from cytoplasm to the nucleoplasm or from nucleoplasm to the cytoplasm. Right? Something the liquid inside the nucleus is called nucleoplasm. The liquid in the cell is known as cytoplasm. So there's a movement of RNA and protein molecules inside and outside in between the cytoplasm and the nucleoplasm. It keeps on going. So what is nucleoplasm? The liquid that is inside the nucleus or nuclear matrix is called nucleoplasm. And there are two main things in it. उसमें क्या रहता है? Nucleolus रहता है. There may be one or more than one nucleolus depending on the kind of cell or depending on the stage of the cell. Cell cycle में वो कौन से stage में है? Depending on that, there may be one or more than one nucleolus inside of it. So what is nucleolus? They are spherical bodies, round sphere-shaped bodies रहता है nucleus के अंदर. But they have no membrane. There's a nucleus का membrane रहता है. Most of the cell organelles that are inside the cell, they have cell membrane. Cell organelles may have cell membrane, but But this particular nucleolus, it has no membrane. There's no membrane, but it is a site of ribosomal RNA synthesis. You know that there are three kinds of RNA. One is the messenger RNA, ribosomal RNA, then transfer RNA. So the ribosomal RNA, rRNA synthesis takes place in this nucleolus, and not only that, it's an active site for protein synthesis. Protein synthesis भी यहाँ nucleolus में होता है. So it's a very important spherical body that is something present inside the nucleus. Fine. So अच्छा nucleus में क्या रहता है? There are two important things. One is nucleolus, another is chromatin. Now, what is chromatin? Oh, there's one more thing that I forgot. See, it's not like that every cell there must be nucleus in every cell. There are some exceptions. As we say in biology, the science of exception. Erythrocytes, the red blood cells, हमारे खून में, the erythrocytes. In mammals, erythrocytes, they have no nucleus. And sieve tube cells in plant cells, they also do not contain any nucleus. So there's a question in NCERT which says that if a cell does not have a nucleus, like the erythrocytes and a sieve tube cells, whether they will still be considered as a cell or not. Like ऐसा है कि अगर cell है तो उसके अंदर में एक nucleus होना ही चाहिए. अगर nucleus नहीं है, can they still be considered as a cell? You need to find the answers. Now chromatin, nucleoplasm में nucleolus है और फिर chromatin है. ये the thread-like structures, the nucleoprotein fibers. These are called chromatin. So in the chromatin, इसमें क्या है? There are four important things that are in the chromatin. The chromatin is made up of four important things. What are they? The DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid, the genetic material that we have in us. The histones, these are basic proteins. And again, non-histones, these non-histone proteins and RNA. So the chromatin not only contains DNA, it has histones, non-histones as proteins, and RNA also is there in the chromatin. Is chromatin में DNA भी है, histones है, non-histones है as a protein, and RNA is also there in these chromatins. Now let's go deeper in the structure. तो ये यहाँ पे जो दिख रहा है, we have a magnified view. It will be through the electron microscope that we have. अब जब उससे देखेंगे तो क्या दिखाई देगा? This is one chromosome, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. This particular cell has 4 chromosomes. So if you take out one chromosome, उसमें क्या दिखाई देगा? A chromosome consists of 2 chromatids. एक chromatid. So there are 2 chromatids in which makes one chromosome, right? So there's a constriction. There will be constriction in sometimes in the middle, and that constriction is known as centromere. उसको centromere कहते हैं. So these are primary constrictions. सुकड़ा हुआ है यहाँ पे. Then this centromere again contains a disc-shaped structure. इसी में है एक disc-shaped structure है. It is called kinetochores. Right? So kinetochores are there. There are disc-shaped structures that are present in the centromere. Sometimes at the top of the chromatids, we find satellite bulb-like structure above the chromatids. Okay, so what is the difference between chromatins and a chromosome? See, chromatins, when they are present as a cell, as a small thread, then they are called chromatins. And when they become thickened when the cells start dividing, the interface में there are 3 substages in interface: a G1 phase, then synthesis phase, then G2 phase. Synthesis phase in that synthesis phase, when the chromosome materials double, उसमें chromatins मोटा हो जाता है, it becomes bigger, fatter, and then we call it chromosomes. So chromosomes are nothing basically chromatins only, but they become thickened and they are visible. Chromatin thread, and when they become fat and visible, they are called chromosomes. And each chromosome has 2 chromatids. Just remember that 2 chromatids make up a chromosome, right? And based on in order to know how long is the chromosome, suppose in a human cell, every human cell, a single human cell, let's make it how many chromosomes do we have? Every cell in our body, where from here, from our legs, from our brain, every human cell, although that we call they have how many chromosomes are there? So there are, say, 46 chromosomes or 23 pairs of chromosomes. So 46 chromosomes, you make it a line, you join one after another, make it a line. And how long it will be? It will be 2 meters long. एक cell में 2 meter long DNA thread is there. हर एक cell में, every cell has If you join all the chromosomes in it, every human cell, in every human, you take out at any human cell and go inside the nucleus, you take out all the chromosomes, there will be 46 chromosomes joined together, and you'll find a DNA, and that DNA will be 2 meters long. Every cell has 2 meters long DNA. Okay, based on the position of the centromere in the chromosome, there are 4 kinds of chromosomes. Metacentric, when the centromere is present exactly in the middle. Submetacentric, when it is slightly above the middle. And acrocentric, when it's near the poles. That time what will happen, the 2 arms, the upper arm will be shorter, and the lower arm will be long arms. In case of acrocentric. And telocentric means the centromere at the top. Just starts there. That is called telocentric chromosome. So what are these? Metacentric, submetacentric, acrocentric, and telocentric. These are the kinds of chromosomes or the morphology of the chromosome based on the position of the centromere. Centromere kahan hai, uske basis pe chromosomes ke types, right? So I just wanted to remember nucleoplasm contains nucleolus and chromatin. What is there inside the chromatin? Each chromosome is made up of 2 chromatids. Then there's a construction called centromere in the middle. The centromere contains kinetochores. There's a disk-shaped structures. Chromatins are chromosomes, the same thing. When chromatins thickens, they are called chromosomes. You'll see they are visible when the cell starts dividing. And the kinds of chromosome based on the position of the centromere. Fine? I think it's clear. We'll meet in the next video. Bye-bye.